The movie starts with an 18-year-old boy named Tadak who is being chased by a ticket collector on a train. He is going to visit his older half-sister, but he doesn't have a ticket. He decides to get off the train before it arrives at the next station after a short run. When he jumps off the train and lands safely, a local Romani girl named Ermina, who is in town for summer vacation, sees him. Later, he goes to an old apartment where he used to live with his mom and half-sister, Anka. On the way to the apartment, he grabs his sister's favorite pistachio ice cream. He sprays some perfume on his neck when he arrives at the apartment and then rings the doorbell. Anka opens the door without a shirt on. Thinking her boyfriend is there, Anka has been living by herself in the apartment since their mother died. The boy clearly likes his half-sister because he is watching her as she gets ready for a date. Tadak wants to enter his old room when his sister is not at home, but he finds out it is locked. When he looks through the keyhole, he sees that the room is full of boxes. With nothing else to do, he moves the furniture around and spends the whole afternoon relaxing in the chair. Anka and Andre come back to the apartment late at night. They go into the room where Tadak is sleeping. She asks her half-brother to go to the kitchen and then relaxes in bed. At the same time, Tadak shuts the door and goes to sleep on the couch. The next morning, Tadak sees his sister's boyfriend getting ready for his job. Andre is a nice guy who tries to talk to Tadak right away and says that he will marry Anka soon. Andre says he will be nice to Tadak. Anka and Tadak talk after Andre goes away. Anka doesn't like coming here unexpectedly. Tadak says that he is here only for the summer and will return to his aunt's house. After this, Tadak goes to school and Ermina also arrives there. This is the same girl we saw at the start of the movie. After school, Ermina changes out of her jeans into different clothes because her family doesn't allow her to wear jeans. She goes home and sees that guests are there. She hears them talking about Ermina's marriage to a boy named Lat Ash. Midday, Anka informs Tadak that he cannot remain here as there is nowhere for him to sleep. Tadak requests that he evacuates the room where Andre had stored his possessions. The next day, Andre's things are taken away, and Tadak moves into his room. At school, Tadak makes friends with one of Andre's friends. This friend tells him that Andre is married and has 2 kids. Tadak tells Anka what he found out, but Anka already knew. She gets very mad at Tadak and tells him to stay out of her personal life. A few days later, Anka finds out that Tadak is going to live here for good, not just for the summer. Anka tells him he can't stay because she knows how Tadak thinks of her. Then Anka finds her underwear in Tadak's bed, and she gets mad and tells Tadak to go away. At the same time, Anka receives this month's electricity bill, and she hasn't paid her bills for a few months. The electrician tells him that if he doesn't pay the bill soon, the electricity in the house will be turned off. The electrician tried to reach out to Anka, while Tadak began to pack his stuff. Anka had sent Tadak to live with her aunt when they were kids. Because of this, she felt very guilty, so this time she didn't let Tadak leave. They hugged and cried together. The next day, Tadak goes to the market and sees Ermina there. They talk for a long time, and then Ermina tells him that she wants to marry him. Tadak thinks this is just a joke and doesn't take it very seriously. After that, when Tadak gets home, he sees Anka's boyfriend getting close with another girl. As soon as Tadak sees this, he locks the door from the outside, and Andre gets stuck inside with the girl. After a while, Anka returns home and Andre is caught. Andre tries to make Anka change her mind, but she is really mad and decides to end their relationship. When Tadak sees this, he feels very happy. When Tadak returns home the next day after returning some of Andre's possessions, he discovers that Andre has several political ties. Consequently, he learns that their electricity has been cut. He learns that he hasn't paid the bill for several months after asking Anka about it. He then begins working part-time to make ends meet. He sees Ermina in the interim and offers to help him make money, but when he shares something about his family today, Ermina becomes irate and departs. At home, when Anka returns and starts getting dressed, Tadak quietly watches her. Then he tells Ermina that he needs some money. That night, Ermina takes Tadak to a building, and they both take a carpet. The next day, Ermina smartly sells the carpet in the market for a good price, and they make some money. But even this money wasn't enough to pay the bill. After this, Ermina takes some of her dad's money and gives it to Tadak. Tadak says he will always remember this work and will be there to help whenever needed. After that, Tadak pays the electricity bill, and when the lights come on, the next day, Tadak needs to buy an adult movie ticket for both himself and Anka. When he gets home, he sees Andres sitting there. He learns that Anka has forgiven him, and they are back together. This makes Tadak really angry, and then he tells Anka that he might either hurt Andres or hurt himself. But Anka asks him to keep away from their relationship. Then Anka goes to a big party with Andres. The minister held this party. At the party, this minister dances with Anka and then starts to touch her in an inappropriate manner. Anka arrives and tells Andres about this since she feels terrible about it. But since this individual was going to make Andres a minister as well, Andres chooses to overlook this. After hearing this, Anka becomes quite irate. When Anka got into the taxi, the minister was already inside. Anka goes outside and hits Andres in front of everyone. Then she storms off, yelling at the minister. When Anka gets home, she starts to cry, and the door won't even open for Tadak. At home, he sees that Anka has packed her things, and Anka asks Tadak to go now. Tadak grabs his bag and begins to walk away. When Anka took out the last of their ice cream, she wanted Tadak to have it with her before he left. They both begin eating ice cream as a result. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.